Let us continue our conversation now with political analyst Dick Morris, author of the book Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation. Dick, we're going to talk about life after Obama and the prospects for Mrs. Clinton. First of all, why does she always show up atop those most admired lists?
Well, she's got 40% of the vote for president. And when you have 20 names on a list, 40% is enough to be number one. You don't. There's no runoff for most admired woman. It's only the first primary.
Well, you put it in political vernacular. Now you've made it crystal clear for me, Dick. Well, let's return to politics and the difference between opinion polls on admiration and actually winning votes and winning the nomination. Is she a lock on the Democratic nomination?
No, absolutely not. If Elizabeth Warren gets into the race, I think she has a good shot at defeating Hillary. That's not to say she will, but she has a good shot at it. But the interesting thing that's emerging now is the advent of Jeb Bush as a potential Republican nominee. And it's like looking at books on a shelf. They're the two bookends. They need each other. If the Hillary bookend goes away, the Bush bookend falls, and if the Bush bookend leaves, Hillary falls. They need each other, because ultimately the biggest issue against Bush and Clinton is that it's Bush and Clinton again and again and again. And the subsidiary issue is that neither of them is the original, so they're both basically trading off somebody else's last name.
So it's a battle of the brands instead of the two candidates?
It's a battle of two obsolescent throwbacks, and neither of them the original, both derivative. So two dynasties, and we hate dynasties. So in a real sense, the only argument for Bush is if you can have a Clinton, you might as well have a Bush. And the only way Clinton gets away with it is if Bush is the nominee, because she can say, hey, it's me or Bush. But if either one has an opponent not named Bush or Clinton, at that point the obsolescence issue, the back to the past, the back to the future approach, and don't we have anything new, becomes an almost unanswerable argument. And in a strange way, therefore, Bush can only proceed and win if Hillary does. And Hillary can only proceed and win if Bush does. They are now against each other. I don't know who wins. But the point is, against anybody else, they probably don't win.
You've set up this political dynamic, which is an interesting way to think about it, but obviously quite plausible as you set it forth here. I'm interested in the 2 minutes remaining, the private dynamic. It would seem that these families who have battled publicly electorally at least have a form of détente, if not personal friendship, which leads a lot of populists to go, what's this all about?
I just read 41, George W. Bush's memoir about his father. Beautiful tribute to him. But as you read it, you see the highly personal nature of the Bush 41 and therefore the Bush 43 presidency, and perhaps the Bush 40, what are we up to, 5 of Jeb or Hillary. It's a very personal dynamic. It reminds me, my brother-in-law here and my sister there. It reminds me of the European kings before World War I, where they were all each other's brother-in-law, sister-in-law, or cousin. The personal style of the Bush presidency, which is foreign policy is a matter of I'm a good friend of the president of France, or Putin and I understand each other. And I think that extends to their partisan relations. Let's remember one thing. Hillary Clinton could not run for president, and Bill Clinton would not have been rehabbed if it weren't for the affirmative action of Bush 43. When Bush 43 took Clinton, who was at 40% approval because of stealing the White House china, the pardons, his conviction of a felony right before, nolo contendere, right before he left office, with all that stuff going on, he elevated him to the level of his father and set them up as a team to go in to rehabilitate the Katrina victims. And that teammate approach rehabbed Bill. And Bill and Hillary would not be an item politically today if it weren't for the fact that Bush 43 saved them.
30 seconds remain. Given that personal dynamic, does that really invite a populist tsunami against both people named Bush and Clinton?
Yes, and for very much the same issues. Ties to Wall Street, the idea of dynastic politics. The problem is the Republican Party likes dynasties. It's a legitimist party. It's kind of like the Tory party in Britain, the King's Party.
Well, as a Republican, I'd say we're not the Regency Party, but I hear what you're saying, Dick Morris. And for more insights from our good friend Dick Morris, you can get his best-selling book, Power Grab, by visiting the website powergrab411.com.